Hi, next thing we're learning with Steve, we're going to take you through the replay system on a Tricaster and the DDRs. They're both connected together, so we'll join them together. So let's take a look at the Tricaster. Here in this window where it says DDR1 and here in this window where it says DDR2. This is where you'll bring in clips. So it has different playlists down here, 1 to 12, and likewise on the other side. So let's go ahead and bring in a clip. So I'm going to click Browse because my clips aren't in the window there. D drive, here's the one I exported earlier. So let's just go ahead and bring in all these clips. Open. So as you can see, we've got a mix of videos, graphics and music. So for the moment, let's right click on the music, cut that, go to the sound option and paste. So let's say for example at the start of the show we're going to have bars and tones, then a zoom down, and lastly a bit of pool. So then we can select all these other clips, press cut, and dump them into another playlist. So this is the start of our show. So let's go put DDR1 in our preview window. Now if I press take now, it's not playing. So the first thing we're going to do is press this autoplay button, and then we'll go back to it, and there's a really loud annoying noise. As you see, it only plays the one video, it doesn't play them all. So now we're going to click on this button here that looks like a list. Select the first one, press auto, playing it through, zoom down happens, very nice, and then we can also skip that forward to show a bit of pool. So that's bringing in, setting out and making it list. One great button we found is if you go into these options here, into the autoplay feature, it says here extend play. If you select that, then I'm going to take it back to myself. Hi. We'll start with this clip here. I'm going to play both of these clips now. So we're going to come down for the zoom down, and this might have some music on, anything like that. Just play out. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press auto. Now if you look in the preview window, that video is still playing, so any audio that's happening will also be playing. So let's say you've got a clip with some music on, you can mute your music yourself instead of waiting for the auto to do it as well. So if you look on the control surface, we also have a range of buttons to help control it. So we have DDR1 and DDR2 controllers. So I can now stop that here, or I can play it. Stop. You can also go to the other playlist and get these ready. So these are just graphics. So if we cut those, we'll put those into GFX1. That's the graphics bank. And then they will just appear. Best thing about graphics bank, you can put them into these DSKs. Press auto, and I've gone away. So back to the DDRs. So the interesting thing you can do is, let's say you're doing the end of the show, and we're ending it with the 247 Sting. So I'm going to bring the 247 Sting into the preview window. Press auto to play it in. And then I'm going to put DDR in the preview window as well. That means the autoplay won't go off, it'll just carry on playing. Let's have a look at the replay function on a Tricaster. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the option next to the cogwheel of record. And then you'll see there's this replay tab here. So there's a lot of things we can do. So add to DDR1, or we can add to DDR2. Play at speed, I like to play mine at 75%, and then they all play at that same speed. And the clip duration, let's say 10 seconds for our replay. So if you look here, it says mix 1 here in this small button that's not connected to the record button. And then if we go to capture and we record 2, 3 and 4, those 4 buttons are open. The important thing to do is if you're going to do multiple recordings, set them to record to different locations. So this mix 1's going to E, this one we're going to put to H, this one's going to F, and this one's now going to G. So we're going to close that. And we can also set these so 1 will still be our program 8, but 2 could be camera 1, that'll be camera 2, and this one will also be camera, should be camera 3. Hit record. So while that's recording for 10 seconds, in this window on the DDR, we're going to make sure it says autoplay, and we're also going to have the list as well. So I'm now going to, let's say, do a stupid wave. We press into here, there's me talking on the preview window, and there's me there as well. I press spacebar, this will autoplay, and play back at 75%. And there's my stupid wave. So if a replay happens, make sure you leave time after the incident happens. So let's say a goal scored. You might want to give it a few seconds to press that button so you've got a bit more padding at the end. So let's say that you've done your replay too early. It's very easy just to scroll back, select in, and that'll go back to a bit further, and then you can play that out as normal. We'll stop that. We can also go out a bit further and press out. If you notice, when I press spacebar, it's currently just fading. So here is where we select our wipes. So we can press plus here, and we can bring in many different types of wipes. And if you look here, there'll be a button that says user, which is where we have the ones that we make for shows. All of these Tricaster ones, let's say replay here. So we brought in the replay wipe. Let's have a look how that looks. That's great. You can do multiple recordings of the same incident. So we can play all replays of, say, a goal. Do that. Here's me selecting buttons. That's just a blank screen, so there's no actual camera connected there. And then removing anything that you don't like, just as easy as right-clicking, hit remove. With the replay transition, you can change the time that that takes to happen. So we can make it faster to 1 second, or we can make it much slower, a 4-second replay. One thing to make sure when you're doing replays is to make sure you have the replay channel muted. Thanks for watching, and if you remember, if you don't tape it up, it'll get tangled up. Please don't use that last take.